Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
I mean, tell me the story. Like, what happened?
For one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night. And I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out. But she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and, I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but, if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
all right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to, what are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
But understand this, that in the last days, there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, heartless, inappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, and not lovers of good. That's 2 Timothy 3 from verse 1.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer, when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up? Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
No.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just...
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work And so that's like my whole day. And
You have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person,
right.
which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
Well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her, for me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you make $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80. Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think
I need to hear this.
they're doing okay and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
For both, or, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you make $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. It's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children, not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job, a better paying job than what you have now, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing something deeply troubling, the moral collapse of our time. A young mother appears in a court with a disturbing flood affect, cold, emotionless, detached. I sense something deeply wrong here. Like literally, the child left behind, the auntie stepping in as a rescuer, the mother, she smiles like it's a joke. What? This is not normal. This isn't right. I mean, where is the love? Where is the love? This is a fruit of a world that has abandoned God. You see? This is a fruit of a world that has abandoned God. That's terrible, ladies and gentlemen. That's terrible. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. Matthew 24:12. The love of many will grow cold. She shows no remorse, no motherly instinct, flat affect, and the smile at the end is actually, man, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not, it's not merely psychological, it's actually deeply spiritual. It's the evidence of a seared conscience. You see? It's the evidence of seared conscience. When society teaches that children are burdens, not blessings, we should not be surprised when mothers walk away. No, we shouldn't. And auntie had to step in, not because maybe she wanted to, but because she had to. She had to. And the state may also step in, foster care may come knocking, but in reality, the biblical family, that's what God ordained as the first safety net, ladies and gentlemen. The biblical family. That is to be the first point of safety for everyone. For everyone. Yet today, families are fractured, fathers are absent, mothers are overwhelmed or emotionally vacant, and the children are paying the price. Can you imagine? The children are paying the price. Brothers and sisters, remember, children are a heritage from the Lord. Offspring, a reward from Him. Yeah, yes they are. Yes they are. And I can't believe that she dumped her children, yet wants no responsibility. This is not poverty. This is simply irresponsibility rooted in rebellion. This is what it is. This is what I'm seeing here. She demands freedom from all consequences. Can you imagine? Who raised her? Who raised her? If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith, and is worse than an unbeliever. That's what scripture says. 1 Timothy 5:8. It's clear, ladies and gentlemen. It is. Well, I'm going to say it, okay? The mother, Samuel, she sounded like a spoiled teenager. Oh yeah. Though she is grown, she had the emotional maturity of someone who never left high school. I'm not knocking her out. No. I'm not doing that. But I'm just, giving an analysis here. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in an age where self comes before sacrifice. Self comes before sacrifice, where me time is more sacred than motherhood. Man, that's terrible. In those days, Israel had no king. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. Judges 21:25. That's a crazy world, man. So let's call it what it is. Madness. It is insane for a mother to smile as she abandons her children. It is insane that people don't have to debate whether she is fit to be parent. It is insane that the auntie must now qualify for help to care for what should have been her sister's responsibility. It is insane that some people still excuse such behavior, blaming stress, and negating responsibility. No. Well, this is not just a social issue, it's a spiritual rot. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness. Yeah. So, in the midst of all the mess, clearly the hero is the aunt. Yeah, she's definitely the hero. I mean, if she had not stepped up, those kids would be going to foster care. So she's more like the modern day image of Ruth from the Bible, always sacrificing, loving, standing in the gap. Yeah, you see? Literally, ladies and gentlemen. Literally. So, my greatest desire is that, these people will find God. They'll find God and live a meaningful life. Yeah. To live a meaningful life that is full of love and being sacrificial to serve others. Yeah. Because when a generation is raised without God, everything will tend to chaos. Everything will tend to chaos. But yet, there is still hope, ladies and gentlemen. There are still aunties who are stepping in, and there are still men and women who feel righteous anger rise when they see injustice. And there is still a God who says, who serves, and who restores.